everybody knows about, everybody sees, and it's available all over the country, and it's even available in petrol stations. So what am I going to cook with? Because right here in Somerset, Somerset is famous for cider. Why don't we go and see where cider's made in Somerset? They're very shiny. Somebody's obviously cleaning them. Anyway, let's go and have a closer look. Sheppy cider has been winning awards since 1930, and literally this week they just won 2 gold medals at the International Cider Awards. So the exciting thing is that just like wine, they use different apples for different flavours, different strengths. Just like in wine, you'll have a real different sort of experience with every different one. So there's all those standard ciders that you have in supermarkets, you know, they're all blended. But here in Sheppys, you've got individual types of apples, so you can really play with flavours. 1953.
Yeah, and David has just won, as it says there, he's just won a load more. That's why we've got the gold bottles, because he's won gold medals with them.
Brilliant.
So yeah.
So that's good to know. Gold bottles equals gold medals.
Yeah, because we put them there, because otherwise they think, why do you put a gold bottle?
We're flashy.
Yeah.
And also we win awards.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of the reasons why we thought we'd do a Somerset Cider Pork.
Great combination. You can't beat it. What goes better? No, there isn't anything.
Nothing, yeah.
Remove the spine, and it'll all come out in one, just leaving me the meat and the rind over it. Okay.
Look at that. You've obviously done this a few times, haven't you?
Once or twice, yeah. Have done, yes, yeah, definitely. Like you say, just marinating it overnight.
Yeah.
In cider and some sliced apple. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it gives it that real.
That's a really good idea.
Yeah.
There's
nothing wrong with that. Yeah.
That's excellent.
Okay.
Well, brilliant. I'd say shake your hand, but you've literally got.
Yeah.
No. Excellent.
All right.
Thank you,
You're
sir.
more
That's
than
brilliant.
welcome. Enjoy.
So, of course, being so close to Sheppy cider, Rumwell Farmshop's obviously going to have Sheppy cider. So, what's great is we've got our pork, we've got our cider. Let's go back and make something delicious. And so we're going to crack on with the first one, which is a loin eye of pork in a Somerset cider jus. Now, I've also got some other elements. What we're going to do is we're going to cut this extension off and create a medallion. And then with the extension, Trevor gave me a great idea. So what I've done is I've chopped it up into those little lardon type pieces, and then I've marinated that in some cider brandy. And that's with some chili, and we're gonna create a little extra. And then on top of that, we've got some bubble and squeak. So we can create my version of bubble and squeak, create a nice dish, and we've got some asparagus as well, all from the farm shop. So true farm to table. We're going to create a lovely cider apple jus or gravy, and so got all the ingredients here. We're going to use this Sheppy cider. This is their 1950s gold cider, award-winning cider. So we're going to cook with that. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the lovely pork, and what we're going to do is we're going to cut off this extension, and then we create this lovely medallion. So we'll do that on both of these. The idea of doing marinated in cider gives this sweetness to the pork, which kind of also the sugars in the cider will then actually create a really great colouring as it caramelizes. Take on some of the rosemary, and that fresh rosemary is fantastic. Now, of course, typically with pork and anything with a skin like a rind, you want to kind of over season it. So what we're going to do is, when we're sealing it, so we also want to seal this lovely skin, the rind, the crackling. So we're going to hold it down like this. Obviously the pan is extremely hot, so be careful. You can smell that rosemary crackling with the heat, and that's what I want. I want to get all those flavours sort of bursting out. Right, it's probably enough of doing that. So now I'm going to lay it on top of here. We just lay everything on top. And what we want to do is we want the skin to be poking up. So we're gonna put this in the middle, like you know, so we can keep the pork up like that. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to take all the juices, all the rosemary, all the caramelization, all that flavour that's just been cooking in here. The reason why we don't do the apple is because it starts to burn the apple and becomes very bitter. So with our pork, which is now pan roasting in the oven, we're going to do a bubble and squeak roasty. My favourite thing about bubble and squeak is that people just assume it's mashed potato and stuff leftovers thrown in, which is where it comes from. What we do is place this here, and then we put a spoon in. So put the potato in. And it gets very hot very quickly, so you've got to be careful because this metal ring is. By the way, this with ketchup is really good. Okay. Even if you just did, you can start to smell the cabbage and starting to caramelise on the bottom. Oh. Because we didn't do mashed potato, it's still got a lot of body. Okay, so it's been about 20 minutes in the oven, and because we're only using loin eye chops or medallions, it doesn't take too long. And so let's have a look. And you can see here, I've taken it out of the oven. So you can see here that we've got all the caramelization. The pork is cooked through perfectly. It's even crisped up the skin. You can see that all that apple is broken down, and we still got some of the cider right there. So we're going to take this now, we're going to rest the pork, and what we're going to do is we're going to take that rested pork and create a Somerset cider jus. The apple and the cider all just sizzling on the top now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take some Somerset butter and some English mustard and start to kind of get a jus together with some flour, create a roux, and then add some more liquid from some cider, cook that down, add a bit of stock, and then we've got our gravy. Just give it a try. That's perfect. It's got the cider, it's got the kick of the mustard, and of course it's got the it's quite silky, so it'll go really well with the flavours in the bubble and squeak. It's a true cider gravy. All the bits that I can reach. A lot of people have a wooden back of a wooden spoon, and you just push down, and what you're doing is you're releasing all the flavours from the apples. Give it a good and you look there, you look in there, you can see what an amazing goldenly brown gravy that you create. That on the heat. And now we have all the bits that we need to plate up. This is the exciting bit. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this together. We're going to take. Well, first of all, what we'll do is we'll get a nice part of the jus. Essentially, what we're going to do is we're going to take nice and just circle that in the middle. And the reason I do that is because it's the whole point of having the cider gravy is to have it encompassing the whole dish. And we'll just take one of our, just out the oven, it's really hot, and then we just place that in the middle, like so. Make sure it's set. Okay, then what we'll do is we'll take the asparagus and we just lie it crisscrossed across the the top like that to create an area, and then we'll take 2 of the cider marinated medallions with it on. I like it with it on because it basically let's just get that bit there like this. And then what we're going to do is, remember I took the lardons and I put them in cider brandy and chili. I created some crackling. Essentially it's my version of pork crackling or pork scratchings, but with a little bit of chili heat. And I've just knocked it down, but there, never mind. Just take a bit of this amazing cider jus and just give it a sort of spiral out. There we go. So this is my Somerset pork loin eye on a asparagus and bubble and squeak roasty with a Sheppy cider gravy. And my chili cider brandy pork scratchings. Just getting a nice piece of pork with some asparagus and this gravy. Oh, this is like probably one of the best roast dinners that you can have. Boom. Well, I mean, yeah, it's like having a drink of cider on a Sunday afternoon with a fantastic roast dinner.